A polished interview answer can still fail when it misses the hiring decision behind the question. Listen to this common answer to the question, "Why do you want this role?" "I admire the company. The position looks exciting, and I believe I would be a great fit." It sounds positive, but gives the interviewer almost nothing useful. Your team is scaling regional operations and needs stronger delivery across several functions. I have done that work before, including a redesign that reduced missed handoffs by 24%. That combination of scale and improvement is why this opportunity makes sense to me. The stronger answer responds to the decision, not just the wording. Before preparing any answer, ask, what is the interviewer actually trying to confirm? Most common questions test one of four things: motivation, risk, evidence, or judgment. Translate the question into the test, then choose proof that answers it. Stay to the end, because the most underestimated question is not about weakness or failure. It is the polite question candidates usually treat as an afterthought. Decision test 1 is motivation and fit. Question 1. Why do you want this role in this company? The weak version praises the brand and repeats the job description. The stronger version connects a real business priority to your evidence. Use 3 moves. Name the priority, show proof, and explain why this step is logical. You are expanding into 2 markets and need more consistent commercial execution. I have led cross-market launches and kept sales, supply, and marketing aligned. That is the kind of challenge I want to own at a larger scale. Specific interest is more credible than enthusiasm without evidence. Question 2. Why are you leaving your current role? The interviewer is testing direction, professionalism, and possible future risk. Do not complain about leadership, workload, or politics. Keep the past neutral, make the next step specific, and connect it to contribution. I have learned a great deal in my current role, but the scope is now stable. I am looking for broader ownership across strategy and execution, which this position offers. Question 3. Why should we hire you? This is not an invitation to list every strength. It tests whether you can identify the 2 or 3 reasons that matter here. Build the answer around their problem, your evidence, and your day 1 advantage. You need someone who can stabilize performance while strengthening the team operating model. I have done both, improving forecast accuracy and creating a weekly decision process across 6 functions. Decision test 2 is self-awareness and risk, and in a moment you will see why a truthful failure can outperform a perfect story. Question 4. What is your greatest weakness? Interviewers are not looking for a disguised strength like, "I care too much." They want a real limitation that you manage responsibly. Choose something truthful and relevant, but not fatal to the role. Then show the control system you use. I used to hold detailed reviews too long because I wanted every issue resolved immediately. Now I separate decisions from follow-up work, assign owners, and set written deadlines. The weakness is believable because the correction is observable. Question 5. Tell me about a failure or mistake. Here is why. A truthful failure can be stronger than a perfect success story when it proves change behavior. The interviewer is testing ownership, learning, and change behavior. Do not spend the answer defending the original decision. State what happened, own your part, explain the correction, and show the safeguard. I approved a launch timeline before operations had validated supplier capacity. We delayed the rollout, reset governance, and made capacity validation a mandatory gate. The next 2 launches met schedule because the risk appeared earlier. The changed system, not the apology, proves learning. Decision test 3 is execution and judgment. Question 6. Tell me about a conflict with a colleague or stakeholder. A weak answer makes the other person unreasonable and you heroic. A strong answer protects the outcome without damaging the relationship. Explain the competing goals, the conversation, the trade-off, and the final decision. Sales wanted speed while operations needed a safer launch sequence. I reframed the debate around customer impact, proposed a phased release, and agreed on stop conditions. That demonstrates influence, not just disagreement. Question 7. Tell me about a difficult decision. The interviewer wants to see how you think when every option has a cost. Give the context, criteria, accepted trade-off, and result. Do not pretend the choice was obvious. We could protect short-term revenue or pause a promotion causing service failures. I paused it, protected priority customers, and rebuilt capacity before restarting. Good judgment includes explaining what you were willing to sacrifice. Question 8. How do you prioritize competing demands? Generic answers about urgency and importance are not enough for a senior role. Show your method, criteria, decision cadence, involve people, and communication. I rank work by customer impact, financial exposure, dependency risk, and reversibility. Then I confirm trade-offs with owners and publish the week's top 3 priorities. The method makes your answer useful beyond one story. Decision test 4 is offer readiness and mutual fit, and one answer here can limit your leverage before negotiation begins. Question 9. What are your salary expectations? An early number can anchor the conversation before the scope is clear. Say, I am open to a fair range once we align on responsibilities, level, and the complete package. When a range is required, use research numbers and clarify base versus total compensation. Do not claim flexibility you do not have or negotiate against yourself. Question 10. What questions do you have for us? This is the polite question from the opening, and often the final evidence of seniority. Do not ask only about benefits, culture slogans, or website information. Test the real decision, priorities, obstacles, authority, measures, and operating conditions. Ask, what would make you say after 6 months that this hire was clearly right? Then ask, which obstacle has prevented that result so far? Those questions reveal expectations and create one final opening for your evidence. Prepare 10 question cards with the hidden test written at the top. Under each, add 1 claim, 1 truthful example, 1 result, and 1 follow-up detail. Practice from those anchors, not memorize paragraphs. One video cannot prepare every answer for your specific role. The interview preparation workbook helps you build evidence-led answers and practice difficult questions. Find it through the link in the description. The main rule is simple. Answer the hiring decision, not just the wording. Choose one question now, identify its test, and practice one evidence-led answer before your next interview.